What is up, guys? Jimmy here with another Lots of Games video. I'm super happy. Today I'm going to be going over with you guys 10 games that I've played for August 2017. I'm going to be going over with you guys today some newly released titles, also some titles that I've had for a little while that I've been able to put some time on, and also actually 2 or 3 retro games I'm going to be able to talk to you guys about, that games that I've loved in the past that I've picked up and started playing again that I've really enjoyed. If you guys like these types of videos, definitely hit that thumbs up button so I can know to make more. I think one of these episodes in September could be a lot of fun because there's definitely some great games coming out in September that I'm really looking forward to. But let's go ahead and get started with the first game, and it's a game that actually isn't quite out yet. Ubisoft was kind enough to send me a review copy to check out and to play, and that is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Now, I've actually been really interested in this title ever since E3 of this year, and I just wasn't too sure about this one. I am a huge fan of the gameplay of the XCOM series, which is a turn-based strategy game which uses cover mechanics. You control 3 characters in Mario plus Rabbids, and I have to say, I've been having a whole lot of fun with this game so far. It's definitely not your typical Mario game, but it feels like a Nintendo game. It really does. It really feels like it just fits. It has totally different gameplay mechanics. You're shooting with like cover mechanics, but it works quite well. And I love exploring these beautiful, colorful levels and areas. And you know, a little while ago, I've been able to put a lot of time on the Wii U exclusive Mario 3D World. And I've kind of like had the same feel with this one as far as like exploring, you know, and just checking things out. It's just a whole lot of fun, and it's got a whole lot of charm to it. I'm super excited to play more. Again, this is one that's coming out August 29th. It's going to be available exclusively on the Switch. Super excited that I've been able to play it for the past few days. It's a whole lot of fun, guys. Definitely check out Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Next up is a game that's been out for a couple weeks, and that's Agents of Mayhem. Now, a lot of you guys have been wondering maybe about this one, not sure if you could be interested in it or if it could be fun. For those of you guys out there, this is from the folks that have brought us the Saints Row games. And for those of you guys that like the Saints Row series, I think you'd really like this one. But for me personally, it feels more of like a Crackdown game, which actually is really a good thing. One of my favorite games on the Xbox 360 by far was Crackdown 1. I love that one. I love being a superpower agent. And in Agents of Mayhem, the cool thing about this one is, of course, you are a superpower agent, but you don't just go forward with one agent. When starting the different missions that you take on, you can select up to 3 agents. And throughout the game, you can unlock new agents with new abilities and new weapons. And what I really like about this title is that you select your 3 agents, and when you go out into the field or out into the areas of Seoul, Korea, you can switch the different characters you're playing with on the fly, and it works really well. Not only is there double jumping in Agents of Mayhem, but there's triple jumping as well. And a lot of you guys might be saying, hey Jimmy, you know, triple jumping has been done before in some games, and you're right, it has, but it works quite well with Agents of Mayhem. It's got this G.I. Joe universe type feel to it. Great voice acting. The game's just a whole lot of fun, and I've been really enjoying Agents of Mayhem so far. Okay, so the next game I'm going to be going over with you guys is another game that's going to be getting its full official release next week, and that's Ark Survival Evolved. Now, of course, this is a game that's been in early access for a while now, and it's going to get its full release and is coming soon to the PC, Xbox One, and the PS4. I've had it on Steam for over a year, maybe year and a half, and it's quite an interesting crafting, building, surviving game. And when it was first launched as an early access title on Steam, it had a price of $30. And those who got in early on that game would be able to access everything. They'd get the full release when it was officially released. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, I think over 1 million people have bought this game, and a lot of people have really enjoyed it, and a lot of people have been very frustrated with this game. There's been gamers on Steam, if you read the reviews, check out the reviews on Steam, they've put in hundreds of hours on this game. Some gamers have put in thousands of hours. And a lot of gamers have been super frustrated because they feel that the game is not ready yet for the full retail release, that it's very broken in many ways, it's very buggy, and has many issues online wise, where you build your own fort or your own little village, and you maybe go to bed and you wake up in the morning and everything's totally destroyed by, or all your resources are broken down and taken away by other gamers that went into that server or went into that area that you are at. So there's a lot of controversy actually with this game. And what I've actually found though, playing the game, I have enjoyed it, but there's kind of a consensus with a lot of gamers out there that the game is a lot of fun and there's something to it. Otherwise people wouldn't be pouring hundreds and thousands of hours into the game. But unfortunately, the developer, which I believe is Wildcard, hasn't addressed many of the issues of the game, that it is definitely not ready as a retail release. And I know there's games that get released all the time that are broken or unfinished or have problems, but this one definitely has a lot of issues that a lot of people are really concerned about. It is getting a full retail release, and it's no longer $30. It's now going to be $60. We'll have to wait and see in the coming months how Wildcard works with kind of doing a better job in solving some of these issues and complaints that a lot of gamers have with this one. But again, this is one that I've had a whole lot of fun with, a very interesting title, a very unique and fun crafting game. And unfortunately, yes, it does have issues and problems with the mechanics of this title. But yeah, hopefully those things will get resolved very, very soon. Okay, next up is a title that was recently released on Steam and also the Xbox One. It's actually a free title you can download right now to the end of this month, and that is Slime Rancher. This is quite the interesting open world first-person shooter where you are a slime rancher. You're from a distant world going around building up your ranch as a rancher, and it has a really charming art style to it. It is a very relaxing title. You can pick it up on the cheap. It's around $20. I got it for free with Games with Gold, and it's just as a heads up. Of course, on Steam there are thousands and thousands of games, but a very small percentage of those games get they get reviewed by gamers out there. A small percentage of games on Steam get an overwhelming positive response. And right now, there's over 10,000 reviews on Steam for Slime Rancher, and over 95% have been positive reviews. So just a heads up, if you want something different, something unique to play on your Xbox One or the PC, a relaxing first-person shooter with a really cute, charming art style to it, definitely check out our Slime Rancher. I think you guys will really have a whole lot of fun with it. Okay, next up I want to talk about a retro title. Just to backtrack, a few days ago I went to my local GameStop because I just learned that SNES classics were being pre-ordered, or you could pre-order them at your local GameStop. So I go there, and within minutes of me arriving there, they're like, sorry, the SNES classic is totally sold out. Which I was super bummed about because I wanted an SNES classic. I grew up playing the SNES, absolutely loved it. One of the titles actually on the SNES classic that I'm I'm a huge fan of, and I've been playing recently, is Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Now, this Super Ghouls and Ghosts actually is the very first game I bought for my Super Nintendo. I loved Ghosts and Goblins in the arcades, and I enjoyed Ghosts and Goblins on the NES, but man, Super Ghosts and Goblins is so challenging and so much fun, and I don't know, it's one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. I'm super thrilled that those that were able to secure an SNES classic and have never played this game will get to put some time on it with this title. It is a fantastic action platforming game with lots of crazy monsters and over-the-top bosses, and I've been having a whole lot of fun with that one this month. And if you guys have a Super Nintendo or you're going to get an SNES Classic, definitely check out Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Okay, next up is a game that I've talked about recently in an episode of Super Cheap PS4 Games, and it's available for a few different platforms, and that is Sundered. Sundered is another very challenging, fun platforming title with a real beautiful art style. This is another one you can pick up for a decent price. This isn't a $40 or $50 title you can pick up. It's around $20 right now. You can download it on the PS4 and also Steam. It might be available. I'm not sure if it's available on the Xbox One, but you can definitely get it on the PS4. That's the platform I have it on. And just a real fast-paced action platforming game with just a real cool look to it. I really want to play more of Sundered. It's a whole lot of fun. Okay, next up is a title I've been playing because I'm super excited for Monster Hunter World on the PlayStation 4. And I'm talking about the one I've been playing as Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the Wii U. So this is a title where if you're like, you know what, I'm tired of those games that are 5 hours long or 10 hours long. I want a game that's, 50 hours long, 100 hours long, 200 hours long. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate is definitely one of those titles you could check out. It's one that requires a whole lot of time, but it's a whole lot of fun if you've got that time and investment that you want to put forth. Playing this one, I'm so excited. I've been checking out also gameplay for Monster Hunter World on the PS4. I am so thrilled. I cannot wait to play Monster Hunter World. In the meantime, I am playing this one, and it's great. It's one that you can pick up on the Wii U for the cheap. I'm not sure how long Monster Hunter World 3 Ultimate or Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the Wii U will be a cheap title. Some of the Wii U titles will be interesting to see in the future, how those games hold their price, seeing that the system didn't sell that well. But right now you can pick that one up at GameStop for less than $20. It's definitely recommended for something different and unique on the Wii U. Okay, so next up is a title that I originally got on my iPhone, and then I got it for the PS4, and now I got it on the Nintendo Switch, and that is Oceanhorn. Oceanhorn, you look at it, you're like, oh, this looks a lot like Zelda Wind Waker, and it definitely has some similarities. This is a very fun and rewarding adventure game. Whether you're up above ground, you're getting loot, or you're in the dungeons, taking on bad guys, definitely a must-buy if you're into Zelda-type games. And this game you can pick up really on the cheap for your PS4 or Xbox One. And now you can pick it up on the Nintendo Switch. A really great title. There was recently an announcement of Oceanhorn 2 and like 1 or 2 screenshots. I'm really looking forward to checking that one out soon. Okay, next up, got another retro title for you. I talked about Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and this is another game that was just incredible on the Super Nintendo. I've been playing this one. It was also in the arcades, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Turtles in Time. I originally played this one in the arcades. So much fun. 4-player beat 'em up action. Just a blast to play. A unique level. So, it says Turtles in Time. So you get kind of transported to different time periods in history. Whether, and of course you've got lots of fictional crazy stuff happening, but it mixes things up where it's just not modern day setting. You're in New York. You're kind of in prehistoric time. You're in the sewers. There's just lots of different things going on with this. I think there's the Wild West, lots of stuff going on with this title, and I'm a huge fan of beat 'em ups, and this is a great fun pick up and play title for the Super Nintendo, and also a great arcade title. Love me some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Turtles in Time. Okay, final game I'm going over with you guys today is another retro title. It was originally released on the TurboGrafx 16 Super CD and Turbo Duo. It was also released on the Sega CD, the Sega CD title, or Mega, depending on where you live in this world. But it was also available on the Sega CD. You can also download it if you have a Wii at the eShop, and that is Lords of Thunder. I'm a huge shmup fan. This is a great side-scrolling shooting game, and it's kind of has this fantasy look to it. And you can, at the beginning of each stage, you kind of choose what main weapon you want to use. And I love this game. I originally got it on the TurboGrafx 16 when I had my CD player. I used the Super CD card. This game has a rockin' soundtrack. Here's a clip of some of the music in the game. Some of these bosses are super challenging and so fun to take on. This one actually took me quite a long time to finally beat, but it's just super rewarding. Love Lords of Thunder. I would love it if they brought it back, kind of updated visuals, they did an HD remake, because I really feel like the gameplay mechanics still hold up today. And there's a lot of shooter fans out there, shmup fans, and I would just love it if they eventually brought this one out to us to check out. Well guys, there are 10 games I've been playing for August 2017. If there's one title I definitely want to play, I definitely want to play Uncharted Lost Legacy. I haven't played that one yet. I know it was recently released this month. Any other games for August that you think I should check out? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later.